Hi, this is Richard KF5RHI, and this is a Face for Radio. We're going to start another build project. This is going to be an ADSB and ACARS receiver system built around a Raspberry Pi 3B Plus, and we're going to put it in a waterproof type box named after a popular bird. ADSB is Automatic Dependent Surveillance Broadcast, and ACARS is Aircraft Communications Addressing and Reporting System. Hey, it's the government. They like their acronyms. What can I say? These two systems transmit tons and tons of relevant aircraft data about all matters of aircraft, of flight. And it's transmitted freely. In the clear, all you got to do is have a setup ready to pluck it out of the air. So that's what we're going to do. First thing you've got to do is get your Raspberry Pi imaged with the software. You should see it right there, the Raspberry Pi imager, along with the software. It's in a zip format, but you don't have to do anything to it. Just download it somewhere where you can access it. So we're going to start the imager. Ta-da, there it is. And the first thing we want to do is choose our OS. That's going to be the ADSB Exchange software. We're going to choose that all the way down at the bottom, choose Custom. And there it is. See, it's on the desktop. We're going to click on that. And now we want to tell it where we want it to go. Because we don't want it wiping out the hard drive. And there's our trusty 8 gig micro SD card. And now all we've got left to do is click on Write. Now, once we start this, are you sure you want to do it? Hey, yeah, we're trained professionals. We know what we're doing. This is not only going to write the software to the SD card, but it's going to verify that we did it correctly, and we'll be able to move on from there. So through the magic of video editing, I'll speed this up so you don't have to sit here and watch a progress bar go by. I told you it was going to be done fairly quick. Now we're going to do the verification just to make sure that everything got written correctly. Through the expeditious use of trickery and shenanigans, we are almost finished. All that's left to do is put our magic little SD card in our Raspberry Pi and hope that all the magic smoke doesn't come out. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and give me just a minute to set that up for you. All right, there we go. That looked promising. No magic smokes coming out, no popping and hissing. Whole bunch of stuff going by. 99% of it isn't important to us. So there we go. It's going to do that again. Sorry for having to see me in the background, but it is what it is. I don't have the desktop capture stuff on my phone, or on the Pi, so. Okay, and all right, you can see that thing at the bottom there where it says ADSB-config. That's a Wi-Fi network that the system has set up so we can get into this thing and play with it. We're going to want to give it an address of ADSB Exchange.local. So let me get my PC turned back on and we'll get that. And we're back. Hey, after a few hours of doing yard work and other stuff, we've gone back in and checked our system, which is now on my Wi-Fi. And you'll see these two green boxes here. These are purely informational, so don't need to worry about those. But what you do need to do is start working your way through these ones right here, these first 5 boxes. You're going to want to click on to start at the top and work your way down. You're going to, this is your picking your Wi-Fi. I've already done this, so I'm not going to go ahead and change it now. Select your Wi-Fi, and you'll type in your password, and you'll click submit, and then it'll go about its business. It'll connect to your public-facing Wi-Fi. And here's where you configure your receivers. Now here you go to this site in the link, and you'll put in your address. You'll find your address on the map, basically. Zoom in, move the map around as you need to. I've already done that for mine, and you put in your latitude and longitude in these two spots, and it will also give you your elevation, and you put that in there. You can give it a name, whatever. I don't really know what the point of it is, but you can give it whatever name you want. That's just what I chose. I said yes on this one, and enable 1090. Yes, you do want that. The gain will change every 24 hours. The system will self-adjust. And yeah, this is where you're telling you to do that. Check your gain every 24 hours. Yes. This is for your ACARS dongle. Click yes on that. And now these two, I both said no on. Do you want the people with ADSB Exchange to be able to remote into your Pi? No, you probably don't. So it's like no there. And same with zero tier service. Yeah, no. If you've got there are some LEDs on your Pi that I don't know what they're useful for, but if you want them, you can just click yes here. But you do want to say yes to this one, to the Graphs 1090. That's what will give you all your pretty little maps. And when you click on Save and Restart Services, sorry, I had to look above my edge of my laptop. Click on Start and Restart Services. In this case, we're just going to go back here to My Maps. And when you click on the 1090, at first you're not going to see anything because the system hasn't heard any aircraft yet. I let mine run overnight, and there's what it found on the 1090. As you can see, when you click on this little P here in the middle of the right side of the screen, that's persistence. That means anything it sees, as long as you've got it running, it'll keep adding to this total, to all these aircraft. These are all the aircraft it has seen since I'd say about 7 o'clock last night, 7, 8 o'clock last night. And on the ACARS side, not as much traffic in this area, in Dallas-Fort Worth area. Not a whole lot of ACARS traffic right now. I don't know how that will change. We'll let it run and find out. If you don't leave persistence on, it will only keep your the planes listed here for so many minutes. I haven't looked into it yet to research it to see how far it'll go, but it will eventually clear them out. I think after 30 minutes or something, and I may be way off on that. Let's see. Let's click on one here, like this one right here. This is a Beechcraft. It looks like a Beech 36 Bonanza. And if you look down the left side of the screen here, you can see all the cool data it can find. It's on a ground track of 135.4 degrees. A heading, basically, is what I would call that. Barometric pressure taken at 14,750 feet. Airspeed ground speed is 205 knots. There's all kinds of ground speed. Barometric altitude. Barometric altitude was 14,750 feet. And sometimes when you click on it, when you click on one of these, you'll see it'll put a little picture of that type of aircraft. If you see where that one I just clicked on where it says loading image. Well, I can't find it. No, it's not going to find it. I'm not going to give us one. There's got to be one of them here that'll do it. But yeah, these are all the aircraft that was flying within range of this receiver. Let's see what that one is. That is a Hawker Beechcraft, a Hawker 750. All right. Vertical rate is descending 64 feet per minute on a heading of 35.9 degrees. And there's its lat long position. It is 25.8 nautical miles out from this location. But see, that's just some of the stuff that this system can do. And it will, like I say, it'll feed into stuff like FlightAware and FlightExplorer.com. Airtraffic.com, I believe, is another good one. But now that we know it's working, I'm just going to let it run. I've got it sitting off to the side here on top of a Rubbermaid tin, just to make sure there's no Rubbermaid tub, just to make sure that there's no issue with it shorting anything out. So I'm just going to let it run. And next thing we're going to do is we're going to start working on the Pelican case, Pelican knockoff actually, to mount everything in so it can sit outside and we can have it at ham radio events and people can ooh and ah about it. And we can talk about how the great ham radio is, some of the neat things you can do with it. One of the things I've decided I'm also going to do is possibly inside, if I can get it open, one of the things I might do later on is I'm thinking I may even put a little 7-inch screen in here. And I'm also putting waterproof ports on, I don't know if you can see that, on the sides here for power, so I can have wall power, Ethernet, so I can hardwire it into my router, and HDMI out, so that way I can plug it into a screen of something, a TV or a large computer monitor. But that's one of the things in upcoming episodes for this video series that you'll get to see. So keep checking in on it. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff to help me out here. And we'll do one shortly. We'll start the build project. And I just wanted to thank all y'all for watching so far. And I'll see y'all in the next video. This is Richard, KF5RHI.